Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It has stopped being quite so hot, which is nothing but good news for these videos. Today we are headed back to slay the Spire and Zontan's second hero from that game. It is the Silent. Now, since the last Slay the Spire video that I did, I have actually gotten into playing the game thanks to General Cool Person Bjorning, and Silent's actually one of my favorite characters. Defect as well. I like them both a lot, but the Silent is our focus for today. She's a cool badass lady wearing a dead thing who stabs people a lot with knives and uses poison. I assume that's in the deck. I don't know what Zontan has done with it recently. We'll be fighting the Vengeful Five because why not? Alongside the Silent are Zen Mr. Fixer, Terminus 2199, the Evolving Naturalist, and we'll be playing in Zontan's lair. So if this goes badly, it's Zontan's fault, not mine. Alright, setup just tells you how to put the deck together. At the start of the turn, reveal the top card from the deck until a Vengeful card is revealed, put it into play, shuffle the remaining cards into the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, if there are 4 Vengeful cards in the trash or play, the villain character card flips. Alright, so we get a Vengeful card. Oh, that's right, this is all targets. This is probably going to be a good fight for the Silent. There we go, Freight Train. So, they actually play a card, and it's Victor. Destroys all hero targets with 2 or fewer HP. Okay, we can ignore him. Cool. End of turn, he hits the hero target with the highest for 4 melee damage, and then his Terminus. Alrighty. Mr. Fixer started off with nothing but styles, so I guess we'll play Grease Monkey Fist and use his Differential Strikes power. You know what, actually, I think we'll go ahead, because we have Differential Strikes here. Let's do Riveting Crane, and the second Differential Strikes, deal a target 3 melee damage, destroy one of your non-character cards. So we'll hit Freight Train for 3, destroy Riveting Crane, draw a card. And now, damage dealt to him is irreducible for a round. I guess I'll start with Guilty Verdict, because that's always good. And then we'll Corporealize. Yeah, I'll play Bone Chilling Touch, and she hits herself for 2, draw a card. Alright, let's do Shifter's Strength. Not going to be using Indomitable Force. Oh yeah, we do actually have to fight the Vengeful Five too. So let's go ahead and Crafty Assault, hit everybody for 2. So I think there are no ongoings in this deck. And we'll use his power to draw 2 cards, draw a card, destroy the Rhinoceros, replace it with Gazelle. That's fine. Okay, the Silent is going to start off with Accuracy. Increase damage dealt by the Silent's powers by 1. Her base power is Shiv. The Silent deals a target 1 melee damage. You may draw a card and discard a card. So she'll hit Freight Train for 2. No, I don't think I'll draw, so I'll just draw a card there. Zontan's Lair plays Warding Fire. At the end of the environment turn, the environment deals each non-environment target 3 energy damage. At the start of the environment turn, each hero may discard a card. If H cards are discarded this way, destroy this card. Alright, so everybody take 3. Oh, and every time that happens, I can add a token to her Wrath pool. And yeah, when Mr. Fixer gets hit, we'll remove 3 tokens and increase damage dealt by him by 1 for a round. Hits Freight Train, takes out Victor. Awesome. Let's get rid of that. Alright, we get another Vengeful card. That is Proletariat. Now for villain target will be dealt damage redirected to this card. Aw, dang. End of the villain turn, it regains HP. Absolute Zero is not active. Alright, and it plays Major Flay. End of turn, Freight Train hits the highest for 4. That'll be Naturalist. Proletariat regains 4 HP, but he's at full. Major Flay deals the hero target the highest HP 2 lightning damage. That is Mr. Fixer. Alright, I think I'm going to do the thing again. Riveting Crane, and we use the second Differential Strike, so 3, 4 melee damage to Proletariat, destroy Riveting Crane, draw a card, and that +1 wears off, but hey, got an extra damage in. Well, let's play Immortal Coils. And then I'm going to use Bone Chilling Touch. She will hit Proletariat for 2, and now he can't heal. Draw a card. Alright, I think the best thing to do here is Crafty Assault and hit Proletariat 3 times for a total of 6 damage. Power, heal 3, draw a card. The Silent will play Prepared. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Ah, okay. Here's a mechanic that I'm not sure how well this actually would, if this was on digital, I don't know if this would work, but Tactician says, when you discard this card from your hand, the Silent deals a target 3 melee damage, so we'll hit Proletariat with that. And then I can play a card. Blade Dance? Yeah. The Silent deals up to 3 targets, 2 projectile damage each, so we'll take out Proletariat. That's 1 down, and hit Freight Train and the Vengeful Five. And then for her power, we'll Shiv Freight Train, and just draw a card. Okay, everybody discard a card, and that goes away. Zontan's Lair plays Raho. Start of each turn, play the top card of the associated deck. When Raho is destroyed, search the environment deck and transfer Zontan, put him into play, shuffle the environment deck. Zontan deals 3 fire damage to the target that destroyed Raho. Okay, well, time to get stupid. So, start of turn, first we get a Vengeance card, which is going to be Friction. Then we play the top card of the deck, Omniblade. And then they play a card, Doc Tusser. Alright, Freight Train hits the highest for 4. That will be Naturalist. Add a token to the Wrath pool. Major Flay hits the highest for 2. That's the Silent. Friction deals each hero target 2 melee damage. Oh damn. Omniblade hits the hero target with the highest for 2. That is Mr. Fixer. Doc Tusser hits the second lowest for 1. That is also Mr. Fixer. Okay, start of turn. Play the top card of his deck. Tire Iron. That's neat. Okay, that's fine. Let's play Meditation. And grab a Driving Mantis since we're in 1 and 2 damage territory. And then he'll use his first power, hit Freight Train for 1, and destroy him. Draw a card. This is our last round before the Vengeful Five flips. Alright, start a turn, play the top card of her deck. Ethereal Armory. Oh, each player may play an ongoing or equipment card now. How about a toolbox? She doesn't have any, he doesn't have any. That wouldn't be helpful. That's not useful. Okay, well I got a toolbox out of it, which is going to go back in his hand anyway, so that's fine. Use Immortal Coils, hit Friction for 3, add a token, draw a card. Okay, Threatening Stomp, hit Friction for 4. Oh wait, start of turn. Bestial Shift, Naturalist regains 3 HP, and we'll have 3 more, why not? So, Threatening Stomp her for 4, and that's my power, draw a card. Start of turn, Blur, ongoing. Reduce damage dealt to the Silent by 1. At the start of your turn you may play a card, destroy this card. Ah, okay. So that's a 1 round damage reduction. Let's go ahead and play Infinite Blades. At the start of your turn, either discard a card or destroy this card. You may use an additional power during your power phase. Power is the Silent deals a target 2 melee damage. So first she'll hit Friction for 3, and then she'll use her base power and shiv Friction for 2 and take her out. So the last one is going to be Ermin, I think. And then do I want to discard this? Yeah, okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw a card, and discard a card, and draw a card. Alright, start of turn, Raho plays a card. Carnivorous Plant. And then we play Zontan. Oh, alright, so we can kill Raho without worrying too much about that. And in the environment turn, this card deals a non-environment target with the lowest HP 2 melee damage. If that target has 10 or fewer HP, this card deals it 2 toxic damage. The lowest is Major Flay, and he does not take extra damage. Alright, Zontan will hurt whoever hurts his pets, so let's leave Raho alone. Alright, start a turn, Ermin comes out, and then we play the top card of the deck, Tantrum, and then they play a card. Revenant. Ooh, that's not good. It gives a +1 to him. Okay, end of turn. There are 3 in the trash and 1 in play, so the Vengeful Five flips. Start of the villain turn, if a Baron Blade card is on top of the villain deck, Vengeful Five deals a hero target with the highest HP X energy damage, where X is the number of nemesis in play. Oh, that's not good. If a Friction card is on top of the deck, okay, yeah, so it's... If a Freight Train card is on top of the deck, increase damage dealt by nemesis by 1. And if a Proletariat card is on top of the villain deck, reduce damage dealt to nemesis by 1. So we've got Friction, so nothing's going to happen until start of turn. End of turn. Okay, Major Flay hits the highest for 2, that's the Naturalist. Omnitron hits the highest for 2, that is also the Naturalist. Now Tusser hits the second lowest for 1, that'll be the Silent who soaks it. End of the villain turn, destroy 2 hero ongoing or equipment cards. Okay, I can get rid of Blur because... Actually, I can get rid of both her cards because they're both going to go away at start of her turn anyway. Tantrum destroys an environment card. Hey, let's destroy Raho, even though she's kind of useful. Let's see. Yeah, shuffle the environment deck. Zontan deals that target 3 fire damage. And Revenant doesn't do anything. Okay, toolbox goes back in his hand. Let's overdrive. Ooh, we got a lot of things we need to deal with here. Let's start with Ermin. 4 damage to her, draw a card. Let us... Okay, let's do No Rest for the Wicked. I'm going to grab Victor again because he is not a threat at all right now. He's only got 4 HP, so that's fine. He deals up to 2 other targets 5 infernal damage each. He will hit Ermin and Revenant. Power Immortal Coils. Let's take out Ermin. Add a token, draw a card. Oh, I forgot to swap his forms out last round. We're going to go ahead and Feral Fury and take out Revenant before he gets any worse. Power 3 damage to the Vengeful Five, draw a card, destroy this, and then flip all these face up, and I can play one of them. Let's go Rhino. Alright, the Silent is going to play Backflip. Reduce the next damage dealt to the Silent by 2, you may draw 2 cards. Don't mind if I do. Power, let's hit Vengeful Five for 2, and draw a card. Zontan's Lair plays Alara. She brings Zontan out, but he's already there. Whenever a non-environment target enters play, Zontan deals 2 melee damage to it. Oh, that's great. That's really good. Okay, the Carnivorous Plant... Oh, the Carnivorous Plant takes out Tantrum. Oh well. Zontan does nothing. Alara does nothing. Okay. Start a turn. A Friction card is on top of the villain deck. The villain plays 2 cards this turn instead of 1. Okay, first card play. Hippo. Zontan hits it for 2. Second card play, Choke. Zontan hits her for 2. Okay, this is actually a very good environment to run with this, it seems. End of turn, Major Flay hits the highest for 2. That's the Silent who will soak it. Omniblade hits the highest for 2. That is Naturalist, who takes 1. Doc Tusser hits the second lowest. That's the Naturalist, who soaks it. Victor is useless. Hippo hits the highest for 3 melee damage. That will be the Silent. We'll remove 3 tokens from the Wrath pool and give her +1 damage for a round. And Choke destroys a hero equipment card. How many of those do we have? I won't mind losing Tire Iron, but she does need to go. And Mr. Fix can make that happen. Charge, hit her for 2. Differential Strikes, hit her for 1. She gone. Draw a card. I gave him Driving Mantis and he has yet to take any damage. Baron Blade's going to charge up his big attack on the villain turn. Unusual Suspects. Add 2 tokens to your Wrath pool. Terminus deals up to 2 targets 2 cold damage each. If Terminus deals damage this way to a target that shares a keyword with a card in any trash pile, increase that damage by 2. You know what the trash is full of? It's full of nemesis. Let's hit Major Flay for 4, and let's hit the Hippo for 4. Let's see, Immortal Quills needs 3 tokens to work. I'm going to go ahead and just use Bone Chilling Touch and take out Major Flay, so that's 1 less damage we take at the start of the villain turn. Draw a card. Primal Charge. 2 melee damage. Hit the Vengeful Five. And then he draws 3 cards, and we are going to switch to Croc, I think. Alright, so she's got extra damage. Let's play Blade Dance. Dealing 3 projectile damage will hit Vengeful Five and Omniblade and Doc Tusser. And then Power, she'll shiv the Vengeful Five for 3. Let's draw a card. Reflex. When you discard this card from your hand, draw 2 cards. So discard that, draw 2 cards, draw 1 more card. Things looking up. I might put that Infinite Blades out again. Zontan's Lair plays Pit Trap. Once cardinals play, the environment deals the hero target the highest HP 4 melee damage. That is Terminus. She gets a Wrath token. Okay, that's all that happens there. Carnivorous Plant goes after Victor, and that's it. Destroy the Pit Trap. Alright, Vengeful Five hits the highest for 4. That is Naturalist. Yeah, let's remove 3 tokens and give him +1 damage. I think that's a good idea. And then they play Empyrean. Alright, Omniblade hits the highest for 2. That is Mr. Fixer. Where do I want to send that? Oh, right, that Empyrean gets hit for 2. I guess I'll send that at Vengeful Five. Doc Tusser hits the second lowest. That is the Silent. Victor does nothing. Hippo hits the highest for 3. That's Mr. Fixer. Add a Wrath token. And Empyrean hits himself and each non-villain target for 1 energy damage. Zontan hits him for 3. Let's play Hoist Chain. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the Vengeful Five for 1. Draw a card. Reduce Baron Blade's damage by 1. This is a good time for Return Fire. I will have the Vengeful Five deal her 0 projectile damage, and she hits back for 2. This wears off. Draw a card, play a card. I think I'll play Jailbreaker. Yeah, that gets me 3 tokens. Power. Jailbreaker hits herself for 1, and she'll hit all the villain targets for 2. Yeah, take out Victor. Draw a card. Alright, we are of course going to play the Predator's Eye on the Vengeful Five. Hit them for 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And then another 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a card. Not too shabby. Yeah, let's play Infinite Blades. Alright, power number 1, Infinite Blades. I will take out Empyrean. Power number 2, we'll shiv Vengeful Five for 3. Draw a card, and then I will discard Reflex to draw 2 more cards, and draw a card. Cool. Alright, Zontan's Lair plays Candace, another pet. The plant goes after Doc Tusser. Each hero may draw a card, then each hero may discard a card. If fewer than 3 cards are discarded this way, play the top card of the environment deck. Okay, so everybody draw a card, and everyone but Terminus discard a card. She doesn't have any good discards, so we'll just do that. That's fine. Alright, Baron Blade hits the highest for 3, reduced to 2, that is the Silent. Plays Zhulong. Well, that's not good. Oh, Zhulong is Mr. Fixer's nemesis. He needs to go, for a number of reasons. Alright, Omniblade hits the highest for 2, that is Mr. Fixer. We will redirect that to Vengeful Five, actually, for 3. Doc Tusser hits the second lowest. That'll be Mr. Fixer, I guess. Hippo hits the highest for 3, that is Naturalist. Add a token. Oh, right, he should have switched. Keep forgetting about that. And then Zhulong puts a nemesis into play. I guess it's going to be Victor, because actually, let's make it Tantrum, because she will destroy Candace. Oh yeah, and Zhulong takes 2, and Tantrum takes 2, except that Zhulong is restored to 8 HP. Okay, let's see, next is Proletariat. Oh, that means Nemesis are taking 1 less damage, so she only took 1. Alright, we're gonna have to wait on Zhulong, I think. Bloody Knuckles. Differential Strikes. 3, 4, 5, 6 melee damage. Destroy Bloody Knuckles. Draw a card. I'm gonna do Unusual Suspects again. 2 tokens. 3 damage, the Vengeful Five, and then 4 to Zhulong, I guess. Reduced to 3. Oh boy, Jailbreaker's kinda not worth it. Let's just do Immortal Coils. 3, 4 damage to the Vengeful Five. They're not going to be dealing damage next turn, so I'm not going to take tokens out. Just draw a card. Blend into the pack, that's a good idea. Heal 3, draw a card, And swap back to... yeah, Rhino. Alright, start a turn, I have to discard a card. We'll just drop that. Tingsha. The first time you discard a card from your hand each turn, the silent deals a non-hero target 2 sonic damage. That'll be nice. Okay, oh, this +1 wore off. Power 1, Infinite Blades. Just gonna hit the V5 with both of those, and draw. Zontan's Lair plays Morthu. Reduce damage dealt to him by 1, increase damage dealt by Morthu to targets next to an Ire card by 1. Haven't gotten any Ire yet, not that I'm complaining. Carnivorous Plant takes out Doc Tusser. End of turn, Morthu deals a non-environment target with second highest HP 3 melee damage. That is, we'll have that be Terminus, and we'll give her +1 damage. Alright, they play the Radioactivist. Alright, Omniblade hits the highest, that is Naturalist, who way soaks it. And then the Hippo hits him for 3, reduced to 2. Zhulong does his thing. Yeah, we'll put Victor into play now. And he is restored to full. Tantrum will take out Morthu. Radioactivist hits the hero target the highest for 1 fire damage. That'll be Mr. Fixer, who will redirect it to the Vengeful Five. And Victor does nothing. Okay, toolbox. Nothing really useful. I'm gonna do 3-4 damage to Zhulong. Destroy Hoist Chain, draw a card. Alright, what is she going to do with all of her tons of new damage? Stoke the Furnace, draw 2 cards. Okay, increase damage dealt by her by 1. Remove 3 tokens, play a card. I guess I'll just do another Jailbreaker, which destroys that, adds 3 tokens. And then, yeah, let's do a crap load of damage. 3 cold damage to herself, and 4 to all the villain targets. Because this is Fright Train, so they're doing extra damage. Zhulong goes down. Oh, I think we should have taken extra damage, because the Nemesis have +1. I'm gonna leave Tantrum in play, but we'll nuke Victor. Because the Carnivorous Plant's gonna take out Hippo, and then Tantrum can deal with whatever comes out from the environment. Alright, draw a card. That was very good. Oh yeah, and she got hit for 3, so I'll add a token to her pool. I think I'm gonna do Environmental Allies. The environment's been very nice to us. Draw 3 cards, and switch to Gazelle. Alright, start a turn. We'll discard a reflex, draw 2 cards. And oh yeah, and she deals a target 2 sonic damage. We'll hit the Vengeful Five. Okay, this is too good to pass up. Corpse Explosion. Silent deals a target 2 irreducible toxic damage. We'll hit the Hippo. If this would destroy the target, it first deals all other non-hero targets 3 projectile damage each. I can't say no to that. The environment only takes 2, and Zontan hits him back for 3, but that doesn't matter. The Hippo exploded into gooey chunks, and no one liked this. Oh yeah, that was actually 4 damage. So he killed Tantrum, because he had a +1 damage dealt. That was really the time to use that. Okay, power number 1. I think we'll just use them both to hit 3 to the Vengeful Five, 2 to the Vengeful Five, draw a card, discard Tactician, and hit the Vengeful Five for 3. And this only goes off once. Yeah, okay, that only goes off once. Draw a card. Ire, it's time. Destroy another ongoing equipment cards to destroy this card. Okay, let's put this on Mr. Fixer, I guess. Carnivorous Plant will take out Omniblade, and that's it. I think I might put Tantrum back out because she's very helpful. Alright, Vengeful Five plays Crackjaw Crew. Alright, Radioactivist hits the highest for 1. That is the Silent. Crackjaw Crew deals 2 hero targets the highest HP, 1 energy damage each. One of those is Mr. Fixer, so I'm going to redirect that to the Vengeful Five, and the other one is the Silent. Alright, Toolbox goes back in hand. I might live with the Zontan's Ire for a bit here. Pipe Wrench. Oh yeah, they took 2 damage. Hit Vengeful Five for 2, draw a card. No rest for the wicked. Tantrum, come back, we need you. She's only got 5 HP, so that stays. And she does 5 infernal damage. It's a Baron Blade card still, so she'll hit the Vengeful Five, but the Radioactivist, so we don't take extra damage. And then on the Immortal Coils, remove 3 tokens, reduce their damage by 1, draw a card. Okay, cool. Natural Born Vigor, heal 3, draw a card, switch to Crocodile. Alright, start a turn, discard a card. Don't have anything cool to discard, but that's fine. We'll start with Prepared, draw 2. Oh yeah, she'll hit the Vengeful Five for 2. Discard 2 cards. Tactician, she'll hit the Vengeful Five for 3. They might not make it through this turn. I can play a card. Neutralize. Silent deals a target 1 melee damage. Reduce the next damage dealt by that target by 2. We'll hit the Vengeful Five. Then we'll play Neutralize. Hit the Vengeful Five. And then we'll play Ring of the Snake. Not that it's going to matter. At the start of your turn, draw a card. Very, very good. Power number 1, well, it doesn't matter. Infinite Blades, and we win. That was pretty cool. Let's take a look at the Silence deck. Panacea, you may destroy an ongoing card. There's a reason I didn't play this. You may destroy any number of non-hero, non-target cards in one hero play area. Very useful if you're, like, fighting misinformation or something. You could get rid of an Ire card that way, too. The Boot Whenever the Silent would deal 2 or fewer damage, that damage is irreducible. Survivor. Reduce damage dealt to the Silent by 2 until the start of your next turn, discard a card. Leg Sweep. The Silent deals a target 2 melee damage. Reduce damage dealt by targets dealt damage this way by 2 until the start of your next turn. Burst. Play a one-shot. The first time that one-shot enters the trash, play it again. Remove this card from the game. Wrist Blade. The second time you play a card each turn, the Silent deals a target 2 melee damage. Very cool. Grand Finale, a great card. If there are any cards in your deck, this card has no effect. Otherwise, the Silent deals each villain target 12 projectile damage. Remove this card from the game. That is how it works. And Gremlin Horn. First time each turn the Silent destroys a target, draw a card or play a card. That's very cool. So that is the Silent. She is just as capable in Sentinels as she is in Slay the Spire. I mean, she was playing alongside some pretty competent decks here and definitely held her own, in my opinion. You can find her in Zontan's custom decks. As always, thank you for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentence Cauldrons DLC, Zontan's custom decks, Delphage's archives are not less great things. Please support the official release and flip.